In this video, I will explain to you how to juggle with 4 balls.
Hop, hop, which
Beanbag. Hello!
My name is Daniel. Welcome to Circus-expert.
When juggling with 3 balls gets really easy, you might be looking for a next challenge. I would recommend you to first learn a few tricks with 3, but if you really want to learn 4 and you're comfortable with 2 in one hand, then this is the video to watch. I'm currently using Silex balls from Play, but you can of course use any juggling ball for this. Something peculiar that you might have noticed already and maybe not. If I use 2 different colors, you'll see that the balls actually never change hands. Whereas with 3 balls, I always throw from one side to the other. With 4 balls, this is not so easy. There are patterns, there are tricks where you can exchange them from side to side. But for the basic pattern, they stay on the same side. You're juggling 2 balls in one hand, and you're juggling 2 balls in the other hand. And it's very important that that is stable first. So how do you do this? You throw, similar to like when you juggle 3 balls, you throw from the inside to the outside. But now the outside is to your same hand, so it's the outside where you have the ball coming from. So you need to make a slightly bigger motion, so the ball goes from inside to outside to one side. I see a lot of people in the beginning, they throw towards themselves. This works if you do only 2 balls, like towards themselves like this. But once you go into 4, it becomes really hard to juggle for like this. It's much better if you already learn to juggle them side by side. Also in the beginning it can be easy to juggle 2 balls and keep them in columns so that they don't go inside to outside, but that they stay in their own place. But again, for 4 balls, this is not the easiest option. So I would highly recommend you to learn inside to outside. Not of course only with your dominant hand, but also with your other hands. And right now I'm looking at the balls, but when I have 4 balls, I don't have time to look at my left side. I need to look at my right side too. So I try to learn to do this the 2 balls whilst looking to the front. Also, when you're looking at the front, often people then start to juggle in front of the belly button. But there's no space here because I need my other hand as well. So you want to learn 2 balls at around this position of your hips whilst you're looking at the front. So 1 column of 2 balls here and 1 pair of 2 balls on that side. And if both of those are stable, then we can try and move on to 4 balls. There's 2 different basic ways of juggling 4 balls. I can juggle them asynchronous or I can juggle them synchronous. In the beginning, to start with, synchronous can be slightly easier because you have less to focus on. Everything happens at the same time. So during just 2 balls up can be easier. However, once you start to get running, actually asynchronous becomes easier because there's less space for the balls to collide. You can focus on each throw rather than having to correct and do 2 throws at the same time. And they might go off and you need to figure out what's going on and you have too many balls at the same time. So although you can get away quicker with the synchronous way sometimes, some people even use their legs, so they have to think even less about their hands. Let's for now start with asynchronous and I recommend you learn that one. But because the hands work independently, you can have any rhythm on the right and left. In theory, you could even have the right one very slow and left one really fast, and all the patterns, they don't really interact, so it's like 2 separate patterns and it's all fine. But we're going to aim at making nice asynchronous throws. The throws are a bit higher than with 3 balls, of course. So I would say about, what is it, 30, 40 centimeters above your head, or that is like 10 inches above your head. A comfortable pattern with your elbows always next to your body, so not throwing or catching forwards. And your arms, your hands, they rest at about elbow height. So if you look from the side, they rest from elbow height and they cycle around this point. My hands never go forward or backwards, so the pattern doesn't move around, it stays in this plane, and the same is true for my other hand. Then, similar as you might have learned 3 balls, you start with only doing a flash, that is only doing the first 4 throws. 1, 2, 3, 4, catch, 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 catch. If you start by doing as long as you can, people tend to walk around and they lose control. It's much better to start with the way that you are in the most control as possible, so you can learn the right throws, the right catches, and then later on extend them, rather than push yourself to the limit. And then you might always learn to throw forward, so you just walk behind them, and then at some point you get stuck. You might never get beyond, let's say, 10 throws or 10 catches. So standing, elbows side by side, 1, 2, 3, 4, catch, 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 catch. And of course I'm catching with the 2 balls in one hand, so I might need to move 1 ball up to make space for my second ball to catch them in the hand. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And I can do this multiple times in a row. And if you really want to challenge yourself, see if you can do 10 clean flashes, for example. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And only if you make it 10 in a row, you allow yourself to move up to 6 catches. So 6 throws, that's 3 throws each from each hand. 1, 2, 3 on one side, 1, 2, 3 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With all those things, if something doesn't work, you can isolate it to one hand. So if, for example, my left hand drops, I can always practice the left hand only and focus on that one. But then rather than practicing like this, the same as before, you want it to be on your hip side, you want to be able to face forward, so that you don't need to look at it, and you want the balls to go from inside to outside, not jumble around. And then once it does work, you can keep them running for a little bit longer, 8 catches, 10 catches, moving up. You can practice with different speeds. Maybe it helps a little bit for you to go a bit lower, or maybe it helps you to go a little bit higher. You can maybe even start to practice like a little bit walking around, forwards or backwards, twisting. Make it more challenging, because the more flexibility you get within your pattern to move around, the more you can correct for little mistakes that might end up where you're not watching out for them. That is my tips on juggling with 4 balls. If you want to learn more tricks, do subscribe to this channel and we'll make more videos. And if you learned something new, like this video, and then I know I'm doing a good job at teaching, and I'll probably make some more videos for you to help you on your juggling journey. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.